Archangel Michael is now even closer. His wings stretch across dimensions and they are now around you like divine shields. You may not see them, but if you pause long enough, you will feel them. That calmness coming over you, that sudden stillness, that's not coincidence. That's presence. That's power. That's Michael answering the call of your spirit. And they're not just here to comfort you. They're here to prepare you because what's coming next in your life will require divine strength. It will demand alignment, and Michael is assigned to guide you through it, not as a distant angel, but as a close protector, a divine brother in spirit. The person in heaven watching you, they've asked God personally to let Michael walk with you for this next part of your journey because they know what's coming. They've seen it, and while it's beautiful, it's big. It's the kind of breakthrough that could shift your entire story if you're ready to carry it with spiritual strength. Let me tell you something almost no one ever hears in time. Your spirit has been cracked open by grief for a reason. It wasn't to punish you. It was to open channels that would have stayed closed otherwise. That pain, that loss, it wasn't the end of your connection to them. It was the beginning of your deeper communication with them. The tears, that was the doorway. And now that the channel is open, they're speaking more clearly, and they're saying, "You've waited long enough. This is your moment. Please don't close the door again." They know how many times you've almost stepped into alignment only to back away in fear, but not tonight, not with everything ready, not with the veil this thin. You are being remembered right now, not just by God, not just by the angels, but by your own divine design. Everything inside you that was ever beautiful, ever radiant, ever magical is starting to remember what it was born to be. You're not broken. You've been buried, but Archangel Michael is here to dig you out with light, with fire, with truth, because if you could see yourself the way heaven sees you, if you could hear your name as they say it in the spirit, you'd never doubt yourself again. You are powerful beyond what you believe. And that loved one in heaven, they've been trying to show you that from the moment they left this world. You know that dream you had, the one you didn't tell anyone about because it felt too real. That wasn't a dream. That was visitation. They came. You know it in your bones, and the reason it felt so vivid is because your spirit was briefly touching theirs in the in-between realm. And they left you something there, not just a memory, but an energetic gift, a download your soul hasn't fully unpacked yet. But tonight, if you stay open until 11:11, it will start to unlock. You'll feel pieces of clarity come to you in flashes. You'll understand things you never read. You'll know things without being taught. That's the spiritual inheritance you were promised. There are moments when heaven bends lower than usual, when timelines collapse and eternity brushes against time. That's what 11:11 is. It's not a superstition. It's not luck. It's spiritual mathematics, sacred architecture. And you are standing in the middle of a numerical gate that millions walk past every day without seeing. But you're awake now, and that makes you dangerous to darkness, to delay, to spiritual blockages that once held you back. The moment you agreed to open this message, light began to move through places in your life where shadows had lived for too long. And it gets deeper because there are things you were never meant to lose, relationships that were always meant to return, opportunities that have circled your name for years but couldn't land because your soul wasn't ready. Now you are, and heaven knows it. That's why Michael was sent. That's why your loved one in the spirit realm stepped forward again, because the world has pulled on you long enough. You've been tugged by opinions, drained by betrayal, distracted by survival. But your soul, it's royal and it's time to rise. Before tonight ends, you will remember what you were born for, and the moment you do, chains will break. Don't be surprised if you cry without warning after this. That's the body's way of releasing what the soul can't carry anymore. Don't be shocked if you feel lighter tomorrow, like something lifted, because it will. When your soul agrees with heaven, your body follows, your mind follows, your reality begins to shift. Even your aura begins to change color because your light is no longer covered. And this is just the beginning. If you stay close to the divine, if you keep your spirit open, you're going to see the months ahead bloom in ways that look impossible now. You were not called just to survive. You were called to awaken others. You were chosen not just to carry grief, but to become the vessel of healing for others who are drowning in it. That's what your loved one in heaven sees. That's why they are still watching, not because they don't have peace, but because they want you to have it, too. They know you still carry questions. They know your heart still breaks some nights, but they also know what's possible when you finally receive the divine truth fully. And that truth is they are not gone. You are not alone. And your future is not small. Before the clock touches 11:11 p.m. tonight, go somewhere quiet. Let the silence wrap around you. Speak their name softly and say it, "I'm ready now." That's all they need. That's all heaven needs, your readiness, your surrender, your yes. Don't make it perfect. Just make it honest, because when you do that, the rest unfolds with a rhythm you don't have to force. Things begin to align. Signs come stronger. Dreams become visitations. And your life, your entire life begins to rise into the miracle it was always meant to be. This is the part where heaven starts to move faster than you can imagine, because once your soul whispers that yes, once it agrees with light, the angels don't wait, they go ahead of you. They begin working behind doors you haven't even knocked on yet. They speak your name in rooms your feet haven't entered. They orchestrate divine appointments that realign everything, your timing, your relationships, your finances, your energy.